See?
See? It rolls. Okay.
Oui, oui.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
First question. Do you consider yourself as the first soul singer to have a rehabilitated voice when you first started? After the big ones like Aretha and everything.
Could you just say that one more time?
Yeah. When you first started, were you like, do you consider yourself as the first one who bring back voice as an instrument?
I guess you would have to ask people who remember 1985 when I first came onto the scene. I remember wondering if, in fact, I could be myself as myself and sing, and people loved me just for singing. I had no gimmicks. I had no dance routine. I had nobody flying in over my stage. I had no monkeys. I had none of that stuff. So it was just me. And what my worry was that enough? And Clive Davis assured me that there's nothing like the vocal instrument. There will never be anything like a vocal instrument. And that people are satisfied with just good singing, good vocal abilities.
Okay. With this new album, it seems that you want to distance from the image of a strong voice singer. Do you feel that way? From what we've heard, it seems that your voice is more, not as loud as before.
Oh, really? You think it's softer now?
Yeah.
It's funny because some people say they think it's heavier. It's a lot heavier now. I think that I'm not 19 anymore, so that definitely probably has a lot to do with the sound of my voice. I don't know. I don't know. It's just that I don't see my voice as being any different except for it's older. It's mature. It's a lot more in depth. It's not as girly, I call it. I had a very girly kind of voice, almost, to the point where sometimes like when boys are growing up at a certain point, they have very high voices. Well, my voice was like a very male high voice, only I'm a female, and I kept going higher and higher. Now it's got, to me, it's got a lot of grit, it's got soul, it's got a lot more life on it.
Body. Working with Gene Wycliffe, is it a wish to get closer from hip hop and rap movement, or how did it come about?
I don't wish to be a hip hop artist or a rap artist. I'm an artist, period. And whatever music comes my way that I feel is fitting to me and that I like and that I can really get into and take a hunk out of and throw it back out there and make people feel what I'm saying, then that's the song I sing. I'm not trying to be a pop artist, an R&B artist, a hip hop, or this one or that one. I'm an artist. That's it, like Prince.
Okay, you've sung on many soundtracks, and with this new album, the first single will be the soundtrack of a movie.
Yes.
They want to know if you can't get away from it.
You mean from soundtracks?
Yeah.
Well, I think that Arista certainly. Arista doesn't want to get away from it. I think their last 3 soundtracks, they've done pretty damn good. So I don't think that they are, and they want to get away from soundtrack department, which has now been created over at Arista Records. Isn't that wonderful? So yeah, I can get away from it, but it's not like I tried to start something, like, oh, I'm going to do a movie, I'm going to do a soundtrack. It kind of just happened, and it went on for 2 more records, Waiting to Exhale and Preacher's Wife. And then I decided that, talking to Clive, it was like, okay, maybe you need to just come in and make, a musical, a recorded studio album, people want to hear that from you again, too. And I figured he was right, you know, so that's what I did.
Okay. What made you accept the duet with Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey, I love it.
How'd you say? Mariah Carey?
Mariah. It's Mariah Carey. Wait till I tell her. Mariah Carey. She's going to crack up. How did we get together? DreamWorks. Jeffrey Katzenberg at DreamWorks thought it'd be a great idea to put Mariah and I together on a project called The Prince of Egypt, on a song called When You Believe, with Kenneth Babyface Edmonds as producer. Now, I don't know, how can you go wrong with that? That was it.
Was it a good experience? Nice.
Yes, it was. Very much so. Very much so. Mariah and I think we'll always be friends because of those moments.
Good. And then last question for this show is about your look. Now you have blonde hair. Why is this change?
Oh. Blonde hair. Why this change? Ooh, oui, oui. I don't know, you kind of, you know, keep up with what's going on, you know, times. I happen to like my hair lighter. Basically what I do, I kind of do because I like it, you know, what looks good on me, you know. I'm really trying not to be imagey, you know. I'm not trying to give this new image, oh, I have blonde hair and I'm into like a cult or anything, you know, like I'm with it. You know, I'm not really trying that. I'm just trying to be me and, you know, be happy.
There's a deeper reason than that. After such a career that you've had, how do you feel before the release of a new album? What's your state of mind?
I'm a little apprehensive. I'm excited. I know what goes along with that territory of releasing albums, and especially when it's an awaited album, when people have been waiting for the album. It's like, you know, ooh, you know, the tension builds and it's heightened and it's like a pimple and it explodes, and you know, I'm looking forward to some of it, and then some parts I'm really not looking forward to.
Okay. Could it be like if it was the first one, like when you released your first album?
Oh, nothing is like the first one. Nothing. That's you'll never get that kind of, never. First one is always the first one.
Do you remember the first time you said you were going to be a singer?
Yeah. I was close to about 8 or 9 years old, and I told my mother that I was going to be a singer, and that I was going to buy her a house and a Mercedes, and that she wouldn't have to ever work again. And I did.
That's great. How do you react when you see pictures or videos of your beginnings when you were young?
Oh, it feels strange, you know. You're young, you know. You thought you knew a lot then, but you didn't. Because of what you've learned up until this point in time. You know a lot more now. So, you know, you just feel like, oh, young, oh, I'm so young, oh, God, what was that, you know. It's just very young.
Okay.
It's refreshing for your children to see.
Right. When you started, new artists now start and they be called the new Whitney Houston. How do you react? Like Monica, Brandy.
Leave her alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave her alone just for a second. Let me answer this question. She'll be all right. I suppose Monica, Brandy, they're very talented young ladies with great voices. I only hope that I have set a standard of behavior, or of how we want our daughters to act, how we want our daughters to be, especially in this industry, because it's so crazy and it's so foul, and you can get lost in it and sucked in it and just disappear. And it can make you a very bitter person, you know, and I just want to set a standard for the young ladies to follow, that not only, you know, is it about singing and having this voice and all this stuff, but it's about carrying the part, playing the part, you know what I'm saying? So that the ones behind them will understand how to make it easier for the ones that come behind them. I'm just trying to make it easier for them, and they're trying to make it easier for the next person, easier for the next person, you know, and that's really what I want to display.
Why did you choose Brandy for Cinderella?
Because she is. And I think it's something very personal between she and I. And she fit the role. She can handle the part. She handled the music. She handled the workload. Brandy's a showbiz kid, just like I am. And there are certain things that she is built for, as I am. And I knew she would be the one, and she'd be perfect, and she could handle it. And she was just that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know a few things about Missy Elliott.
Mm.
I've got to interrupt this for a second.
And she's good.
One more question,
Okay.
and then we're going to have to call it.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay then, maybe the collaboration with Missy Elliott, the title of the greats.
Oh, Missy Elliott. Well, I liked Missy's work. I love the things that she did on Aaliyah, the artist. I love the things that she, I love the stuff she did on herself. Missy is not only a producer, but Missy can sing also, which makes it a thrill to work in the studio with someone who can sing, and we can relate to each other from booth to board. You know, she can tell me what there is that she's hearing, and I can tell her what I'm hearing, and we collaborate, and that makes a whole lot. And Missy, totally, I was totally like surprised, you know, but in a good sense. It made me. I have so much respect for her. Really, she's really good at what she does. She is.
Thank you very much. Any more questions?
You got it.
Thank you very much.